Hey, what's up everybody to the Rabid Chess Tournament here on lichess. I'm International Master Sladgie, aka Mr. Serious, aka Sparkle Horse, aka Willie C, aka William Pascal. We are coming to you from Budapest, Hungary, my domicile at the moment. We're going to be playing 7+2 chess here. It is Rapid, the new Rabid chess on lichess, new rating, what should we say, category. Anyways, every Tuesday night I host a video. I do a live stream with either Blitz or Rabid chess. We're doing Rabid chess tonight. It's 7+2. See the Rapid, Rabid. Or Turtle chess. No Turtle chess tonight. Hopefully we'll get some more players. We're very, very short right now. Only 4 players registered so far, which is a negative record. But I think once the stream starts, we'll be good to go. It's a 2-hour tournament, so we've got plenty of time to play. Church bells are ringing here. 7 p.m. I think it's some kind of holiday. The tourney link is in the stream. I put it there 15 times. I'm going to put it there again because if you didn't tune in till now, you wouldn't have noticed it. So it's me. Trompowski just joined. A new player. Aldisto, Monkey Pushing Wood, and Piet. Trompowski, we don't know who he is, but he acts like he's very familiar. Okay, Rue Remanding, another new player. Hopefully we'll grab some players as we start the stream here. Usually we have enough players. It's not like a shortage usually. So 7+2. Arsenal fan, are you playing? Aldisto's here. He's usually constant change or Biddich. Hopefully we'll grab some strong players. I know there's like the Daily Blitz or something now, but that's not so interesting. Alright. We're starting in like 8 minutes, the tournament. Move 11, what's up? Are you playing? 7+2, this is your time control. I would personally make it 7+3. I don't like the 2-second increment. If I'm going to have an increment, I usually make it 3. Soltigo, our moderator, what's up, man? But the self-made tournaments don't allow for larger than a 2-second increment, so we'll live with a 2-second increment. Although I flagged last week in one game where I like misclicked my mouse. Just a momentary lapse and you lose on time. I can't cut it so close as I usually like to with a 3-second increment. It's better not to get down to my increments, I guess. That's the better solution. But you can demonstrate a draw in a theoretically drawn position with a 2-second increment, I guess. The official FIDE like blitz time control is like 3+2, I think. I would rather just 5-0, but whatever. D. Trompowski. So Trompowski, what's your story? You're new here. You're pretty high rated. Where are you from? Let me know. We got starting here in 7 minutes. Guys, chin this shit. I just had to go curse at the neighbors for making too much noise. I have to do that from time to time. You know, I have to go down and lay down the law. But, Soltigo, what's up? Can't you say that Geller quote about most top players? Well, I don't know. I mean, there's some players who are good swindlers, I guess, and they... Yeah, I mean, I guess most players are vulnerable. It's sort of a weird quote. I mean, everyone's more vulnerable in double-edged, crazy, irrational positions. Yeah, Fim. I mean, that's it is kind of weird quote. I mean, I guess he's basically like a backhanded compliment, saying that Fischer is very good in clear positions. He was very good in in-game technique. I think that Fischer was like one of the best players I've ever seen with like the bishop pair. But I guess there's a point to what you're saying, move 11. We've got 8 players, setting a world record now. Anyway, guys, just having fun tonight. It's a relaxed stream. Plenty of time to think and talk about the games. Maybe I'll take a break during the tournament and kind of commentate one of the other games. I like to do that sometimes. I mean, it's not essential to me that I try to win my own tournament. Wouldn't be a very gracious host if I win every week. Sometimes our friend World Loser comes on. Sometimes certain players like to come late and win the tournament in just half the time. I don't really do a lot of berserking, where you use half the time but can score double points. So what's going on in the chess world? The Russian Super Final, very interesting. I was watching Daniil Dubov hopefully take down Yevgeny Romanov, who insulted me 2 years ago when we played. It's like telling me I played for a draw. I was like, dude, I never played for a draw, man. I mean, you just didn't do enough to beat me. Anyway, we all have our favorites in the Russian Super Final. I like Daniil Dubov. The London Chess Classic looks exceedingly boring. This inviting Anand, like, I don't know, Anand doesn't seem like an exciting player anymore. Michael Adams, an old favorite of mine, but I don't know. They need some interesting chess there in the London Classic. I didn't see the third round, but the first 2 rounds were all draws, which is a pretty bad sign. Anyways, I'd rather watch the Russian Championship. Much more interesting in fighting chess. So, Sparkle Horse, Trumpowski, constant changes with us for the first time in a long time. Good to see you. Aldisto is tough. Our moderator, Soltigo, Monkey Pushing Wood. Nisab, who's played before. God Eater, Piet. We've got 9 players. It'll fill up. We'll probably get 50 players by the end of the tournament. Move 11 has only a touchscreen laptop. Oh man, it's 7+2. Some people play Bullet on their. Some people play Bullet on their mobile phones, man. Round 3 of the UK Snooker Championship. I'm not really up on my snooker. Alright, it's 3 minutes to starting time, and we're going to play 7+2. It's unrated, casual chess, so it won't affect the ratings. I'm enjoying a beer here, just kind of relaxing, chilling. Tomorrow we have a stream. It's Wednesday morning, so Unusual Openings, Blitzing Classical Chess. I usually do at 10 a.m. CET. So if you can't play tonight or you're busy, come by tomorrow in the morning, 10 a.m. And I'm doing like 2.5 hour stream playing Unusual Openings. Thanks to you guys who subscribed to the stream. Move 11, that means you. Sorry you can't play, buddy. I don't know, the 7+2, you could give it a try on your touchscreen, man. I think you're too conservative. It's unrated, man. What do you have to lose? Alright, Error has entered. We have 10 players. Is my stream up and running? I mean, is my stream, it's up there. Okay. Man, that guy has been streaming all day. The North Carolina guy, Beer Naki. He's been literally streaming all day. That's insane. Okay. So we are, it's martini time for me after 3 hour streams. I don't really do longer than 3 hours. So we have a sponsor come along or something. Welcome everyone. We will be starting the tournament here in 2 minutes. International Master William Pascal. And I have a tournament coming up myself starting next week. The Mark guy is very rude. I don't know him at all. I think he played me on one of my streams, but not somebody I know. I'm old school, and I don't know any of the American players who've come along since like 2000, since 2004 when I left. All right. So I'm multinational, Hungarian and American, but I don't know any of the newer American players. Can't comment on them. But I just was thinking about like how anybody would stream that long. It seems very strange. Anyways, we are going to get underway here, and we're not going to be rude to anybody. All right. Unless they're rude to me. Don't start. So Tigo is our moderator tonight. We're just relaxed and casual here. Yeah, I mean, I take every game seriously, even if it's casual. I'm very competitive, but I don't see why, you know, this tournament or my during my stream. I mean, I don't like playing rated. I mean, I'm commentating. I'm giving hints about the moves. You know, it's like, why would I make it rated? Or maybe it's just, well, that's the right time to wake up, man. 10 minutes ago. That was a nap or sleeping for the evening. All right, we're gonna start. So we've got 13 players, lucky 13. Good luck, everybody. I'm playing Trompowski, who I have a win and a loss against. What are these? Blitzen. Alright, I swear I'm going to give up playing knight f3, but I'm still going to play it in fast time controls. I'm going to stop playing it seriously as my main opening repertoire in tournaments, but it's easy for me to play this opening quickly. Just can play the opening without thinking too much, which is easier. I like thinking, but not in a 7-minute time control on the opening moves too much. I've played almost everything against the King's Indian in my life, but one thing I want to make a suggestion, you know, if you're not that fast of a player, I don't think that playing closed positions is a really easy thing to do in fast time controls. Alright, so this is a Neo Grunfeld. Kind of like a pseudo Grunfeld, which I played off and on. Actually, the most common line is Queen A4 check, which I have played before. I don't think it's really trendy at the moment. This is a variation that's been played by many strong players that I'm playing here. I'm certainly not an expert. I played it once against Grandmaster Tibor Fugarashi, I think with a relatively short draw in like 20-25 moves. Maybe not though, maybe it was more. I don't know. These things are like, you know, games from like 10 years ago are hard for me to recall how many moves it was, but it didn't seem like it went far beyond the opening, that game with Fugarashi. Maybe it was like 30 some moves, I don't know. Here there's a couple moves, Bishop G5 and Bishop F4. I think there was some Peter Svidler analysis in this line floating around somewhere. Like maybe videos or even chess-based analysis done by Svidler. I just remember something about this bishop like trading itself in the center for a knight in some ending, but I might be getting my variations confused. Anyway, you can usually trust Svidler in any opening analysis. That guy he's really great theoretically. I think h6 is the right move if I recall correctly. Maybe we're still in Svidler analysis here. Don't know much about Mr. Trompowski. Now, that's an aggressive move. I guess you could try something tricky like rook to d1 now. But I don't really like g5. Okay, that could get really crazy, but g5, bishop g3, g4. I'm not too happy with that, so I think I have to play e3 to just ensure that this pawn is absolutely defended. I don't want to see like knight takes d4 on my queen. And I'm not intending to castle queenside. Once there was a gamer like Topalov played white in one of these lines, and he did something weird, like he put his queen on a3. I was sort of like, I was like totally flabbergasted when I saw him trying to play with his queen on a3. It just seemed insane. But you know, Topalov is a crazy player, so he likes it complicated sometimes. Maybe not so much anymore. We all want like less complications, I guess, as we get older. Michael Adams is playing c4. It's just ridiculous, man. I mean, hopefully Adams will realize his mistake. And I haven't checked his games from the Lichess Classic, but As I was saying recently, Adams just isn't Adams if he doesn't play e4. He's got too much stuff with the e4 to be turning into like a Karpov playing quietly. Alright, no, my queen is kicked back. So Trompowsky, again, we don't know anything about him. I mean, he seems like super strong. It's a brand new account. Trompowsky, you're not Melody Marathon, are you? There was this guy, Melody Marathon, who was playing on our stream. He was a subscriber, and then his account disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. I'm actually thinking about this knight e4 here. Knight e4 looks a little weird to do that now. Alright, we'll just play solidly. Try to focus on developing my pieces. I mean, you guys aren't obliged to tell me your identities, but I appreciate those of you that do. And we create a little sense of community. I won't send you any kind of bombs or anything in the mail if you tell me your secret identity. You have a total theoretical game with constant change. Constant change, he knows some lines in the main lines of things, you know. Like, I played the Carol Khan against him, and he knows, what he knows really deeply, but he has kind of a narrow repertoire. So you could get him out of book if you played the right thing, probably. He's not an insanely theoretical player. Here I was thinking 94. What is this guy gonna go, like, c5 on me? c5 sacking in exchange? Is that even? No, I don't believe that. I mean, that's just too much. Trompowsky's getting creative. This is like Nadanian's knight a4 in the Grunfeld on move 4. We're aiming for this square. Oh, those neighbors again. You're civil engineer on lichess, sir. You're an English teacher living in District 13. Oh. We could use chess videos for English lessons. I'm in the 7th district near the city park, and no English teaching for me. But if the chess career doesn't work out, that might be my next career. All right, knight d7. This is a really good move. Well, at least it's to the point. What am I doing now? A crazy, crazy opening. Playing for c5 at all costs. He's just creative, huh? Queen a4. That's kind of a weird idea. I feel like I'm turning into Topalov. Yeah, but I'm just not developing my pieces here. If he plays c5, he plays c5. Queen a5 is coming, though. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Do your worst, sir. c5 is not that big a deal. I can just kind of ignore it. I don't have to take and bring all his pieces to life. As far as a plan goes, though, I don't really have one. He's really delaying castling. That's weird. Very creative approach, though. I mean, not too many players would go out of their way to play, like, rook c8 and knight d7 prior to castling. most people would just routinely want a castle to get their king out of the center based on general principles. I have a weird move, if c5 knight d6 is possible. I just saw it. That's a nasty shot. This is probably quite tricky. Now hopefully my bishop's not going to get trapped on h4, and he definitely has to think about his king. But I think this is like primarily, you know, defending against the threat of that knight d6 thing. I don't know where to go with the knight exactly. Where's the best? I have no clue. His knight on d5 looks pretty strong, so I don't know how else I'm going to challenge it, especially after f5. You know, if he does g5, whatever. I mean, I can play bishop g3, and then if f4, I take back and... I don't know what to do, though. This is a really strange location to put my queen. Game is basically turning into a blitz fest. I don't like the square, but I wanted to keep c3 protected. The time is getting really low. I mean, we're down to like 2.5 minutes to 1.5 minutes. Connects my rooks. I didn't see another good square. You know, I'm a little bit short of squares. Where I'm going to go to a4, where my queen is attacked everywhere. c2 is out of the question. We just have a solid position, I guess. I feel like my queen is in the wrong place. The other thing that's bad in like arena tournaments is having long games. This is where like King Crusher is like expert, because he just plays really coffee house type of attacking systems, and it's either over and he wins or it's over and he loses. I mean, there's a certain sense in that, you know. I mean, playing the way I play with like really small advantages isn't really optimal for this type of for this. Jeez, there's something with my mouse. There's something with my mouse, and I keep like making moves and it's like clicking itself. I offer to draw here. I mean, I made a really bad mouse slip. I think, I don't know what's going on in this position. Did I have takes? But I mean, this is the third time it just started happening. There may be something wrong with my mouse, but I'm short clicking basically. Something's happening when I just when I go to click, it's clicking early somehow. Like when I go to click, I'm always clicking on the square before where I mean to click, and it's something in the mouse is making me do that. So I was a little shaken there with that mouse slip. That was not the move I intended to play. All right, I don't know. We'll analyze the game later, but I didn't mean to play. I meant to play a4, and maybe I had bishop takes c4 there though. I mean, if I had played a4, well, I don't know. We'll move on to the next game, but I didn't think I was better, and I don't know if I was worse, but it's just going to become a crapshoot, basically, against a fairly high-rated opponent there. With I feel like we're just playing Russian roulette when you get down to like 1 minute and it's unclear. So we'll just play play another game, schnoofy. The draw is okay. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about my mouse. That's the third time it happened today, when I just like made the short move. And it never happened prior to today. The mouse is only a few months old. But that's weird. I better try some mouse clicking training or something. Yeah, I should have a gaming mouse. It's really bad. This like standard Logitech. But something must have happened to it because it's never did this before. I just meant to play A4 and it just stopped on A3. And that was literally the third time today. It's good for Anatoly Karpov, where you're making these like one square moves. But if you try to make long moves, this problem is not good. A3 had literally nothing to do with the position there. I was like, alright, I'll offer a draw. I don't know what my last move like. I just basically lost the tempo. I mean, A4 would have like, you know, been against his pawn structure and against knight B6 maybe. Knight moves. Knight moves, knight moves. Oh, okay. You're a subscriber, right? Knight moves. E3. Now I have to remember when I'm supposed to play. Oh yeah, okay, G6. This I did a recent video series on the quickly. Moving quickly, he's not even phased by G6 at all. Knight C3 is really aggressive. I wonder. More commonly, I think bishop D3, bishop E2 type of move. Sometimes people play B3. Knight C3 is a little more aggressive. You don't expect people to play aggressively after the move E3. And here Knight moves is actually trying to do a counter fianchetto. Looks perfectly like viable for white. I mean, this is not normally what you'd see from a player who played a move like E3 against the Blumenfeld. That's a kind of passive setup. So anyways, let's see, B6. You know, I might have actually had a game like this with someone. I could also take on D4 and play D5 probably. I mean, it's not that bad. Like a weird reverse Tarash. B6, bishop G2, bishop B7, D5. Looks like, you see there, it's doing something weird again. I have to be very careful when I make my moves. It was kind of shaking there. Constant change up to his usual tricks. Now here I wonder about knight to E4. Knights to E4. Trading pieces. Seems a little early. Knight moves. Nysab is in first. Our residential brother. Unicorns. It's too early to really talk about a score here. I agreed to a draw. I mean, you know, from a tournament perspective, Trompowsky is the second highest rated player. And, you know, so making a draw in that kind of situation would be sort of standard in like a Swiss kind of tournament. Queen C2 looks aggressive. Very incisive play by knight moves in the opening. Again, not expecting that, you know, when playing. I'm not expecting that when playing this type of line, you know. People who play this type of setup with E3 are normally like quite passive. So he's played incisively here. Queen C2 looks like a really good move too. All right. There's knight a6 maybe, and just d6 type of stuff. d6 is kind of passive. Queen e7 maybe. We're just playing like a reti reversed with black. Oh man, a little bit of air de palinka. Air de palinka. Romanian, Transylvanian brandy. Alright, b3. Yeah, this is solid for white now. Queen c2 though. I don't know about queen c2. It's hard to say. And it's hard to say where my knight should go here. You know, with queen c2, he actually stopped me from playing knight e4. I had been toying with that idea. I'm wasting too much time though. Alright. I just don't want to be too passive here. Maybe I can play d5 at some point. Or maybe I can have some tricks against his queen on c2. So he's a little paranoid there with a3, but probably in a healthy sort of paranoia. Rook c8, knight b5. That's kind of troublesome. So, all right. Well, at least a3 stops the bishop a3 type of stuff. My queen won't be having troubles. A lot of pawn tension. Very complicated now. But even this time control seems fairly fast. This is a super complicated type of position. A couple of weeks ago, I was supposed to play this I thought I was going to play this Hungarian FIDE master, Lawrence István, who plays this line with white, and I was like, oh god, I'm going to have to play this tense sort of type of line with black. Now, wait a minute here. We do have alternatives. I mean, knight takes seems kind of safer, right? I mean, my knight is on a bad square. Now he's getting a little bit passive. You know, his queen could be vulnerable along the c file. So I'm starting to like this. But is there anything I can do? Taking on c4, he takes with the knight, or the pawn, actually. But I feel like I'm a little bit happy that, you know, things have gone the way they did here. I feel like it was unnecessarily passive, knight d2. And also taking on c5, releasing the tension, isn't necessarily a good move. I mean, he brings my knight into the game. So I feel like this is beneficial for me. White undeveloped his knight back to d2 and gave up a central pawn on d4. It isn't going over well. Orbitich, what is not going over well? Your play or your results in general? Now he plays b4. That's definitely not what I expected. Now we go back to d7 not to allow exchanges and putting massive pressure down the line. That could even be like fatal for white, actually. Except for the fact that I can't take on c4. Damn. There is that problem. I could have played knight e4, but it didn't look all that good, but maybe it was good. Maybe I just made a terrible mistake. Ironically, if I play knight to e4, I might even just like win a pawn. That's so sad. Well, you could do something like knight takes e4. Then again, I take with the knight, and I'm taking on d2. Maybe I just made a terrible mistake. Retreating my knight to avoid exchanges. Oh man, I don't know. I should have played knight e4. A far more natural move, obviously. Now there's like bishop a8 or knight e5. Yeah, but I mean, bishop a8 is just too passive. Wasted a lot of time here. Just basically wasted a full move. Knight moves. What's your normal rating? 2,000. He's also a pretty new account. We got a lot of new accounts challenging on the stream. Unicorns. Boring game, guys. Unicorns joined us, and that means that we've got like 3 or 4 good players now. There's a guy claiming to be from Greenland. You never know where people put down as their country. I mean, I don't know if there's any actual chess masters in Greenland. What is the population of Greenland? Now what? Knight takes d5. I blew a massive tempo not playing knight takes e4. Just didn't calculate. Well, this could be one of those games with no tactics at all, too. Nah, he's got a little issue here. I guess he takes on d5 with a knight, and then I'm just a tiny bit better. Didn't know he allowed that. The devastating tactic. So strategically, knight moves is quite strong. But he is missing the point here on the long diagonal. So you could have played knight takes d5. I think you were fine. Maybe a tiny bit worse there. But, like, I'm an idiot, really. Apparently I had knight on fe4, which is crazy. I didn't even consider that. But I went back here, like, this is such a bad move. Alright. Back to tournament. Shiny Water is playing Nisab. Nisab with the endgame. Knight endgames are not very forgiving for the side with less pawns. Soul Tigo. Alright. Subtle Tigo. I keep slipping down in my chair. The Dutchdom. B6 has been played. Really asking for it. I talked about this the other day. I mean, if you achieve e4 in the Dutch, you're in good shape with white. There's no question. And I mean achieve e4. Like playing the Stoughton Gambit doesn't count. You know, in the Stoughton Gambit, black gets adequate counterplay. Chess Quack, you're not from Greenland. It's the other guy that's from Greenland. Alright. You could play like, oh man, you could go... you could definitely go, what's it called? I wanted to say Milner Barry. Blackmore Deemer style here. But there's really no need for that, I think. Just playing like straightforwardly is our best bet. The Dutch is not an opening where you can afford to make too many mistakes. And one of our subscribers the other day, Arsenal fan Rich, played the Dutch like for the first time against me, and he got beaten pretty badly, but it has a very, very brutal learning curve. I mean, the Dutch, you can't just like play it and just get the hang of it like the first game. I mean, you're definitely going to take some serious beatings. So knight takes f6 check. E takes f, queen h5 check. Now what the heck is going on at the end of the day there? Because my g2 pawn will be hanging. Knight takes check. E takes check. Queen h5 check, g6. Bishop takes g6 check. It's not even good for me. I think I just have to play queen e2 or something like that. I mean, we'll just pretend we're playing the Owen defense. Playing against the Owen defense. Now we have a very serious threat, boys and girls. Mate. We're threatening mate in this position. Totally new idea you've been wanting to try. Well, hopefully you won't. Hopefully you won't be wanting to try it anymore after this game. I mean, I think the b6 is marginally playable if white plays like d4, f5, c4. You can see like old Grandmaster games and even maybe a few Konstantin Chernyshov games where he dared to play the Dutch with b6 like a reverse Larsen, Bird Larsen. But against knight c3 in particular, it looks really insane. You've given up your valuable bishop. But maybe this is defensible for black. Doesn't look so bad. On the other hand, it doesn't look so good. Is the glass half empty or half full for black here? So you got the positive aspect where it doesn't look so bad, and the negative aspect where it doesn't look too good. Soltigo, and I think it's a matter of how you feel, how you feel about your position. I'm not asking for too much. Bishop takes g6, h takes, queen takes, king e7 looks. What do you think, move 11? It could, for all I know, like win by force, but I'm too lazy to calculate further. Feels like we're just like positionally renting to own here. Rent to center. But trying to go for the jugular with like knight to g5, we have to think about that. Might not be bad, but it might not be enough. I'm a little concerned about knight g5, e5. Pawn takes pawn, queen takes, trading queens. And then queen takes, knight e6. And it looks like he's just sort of surviving in some kind of minutely worse ending. So I guess we should just castle. Not asking for too much here is the key, I think, to white. Settling for a small advantage and really being happy for it. You know, that's what we've got to do. You know, there's another move there. I have no intention of taking your pawn on e7, don't worry. Not at this time. Man, he's playing too fast. Soltigo, it's way too fast. Now bishop e5 looks really strong. We do have other nasty ideas, like a4 looks absolutely brutal. Quality pieces. Everything is ready to run. g4, a5. Pawn takes pawn, queen a6 check. Oh my god. I mean, I don't think that his king is very safe. Despite the fact that I have not that many pieces left. Your positions always look bad. I don't know if that's a good sign, but it does make you tougher. Getting bad positions will make you a good defender, Soltigo. That's defined the careers of both Anatoly Karpov and Gada K. Let me check this out now. a5, pawn takes pawn, queen a6 check, and he's got that super annoying queen defending here laterally, saving his butt. So rather than getting fancy with the a5, I think we should just play the normal move. Now he can't take, so that's, I mean, that looks downright devastating. A5. H4. Pawn takes pawn, queen takes, only move. It's annoying that that sort of saves him for a time. But don't I have better moves here, like queen check first? Running out of time. A5, H4. Oh man, there's this crazy stuff around here. All right, I don't know. I decided to just answer on the F file. Answer dote. And I had a weird feeling you were going to do this. Can't resist playing for weird tricks. Rook takes. Knight takes. It's amazingly fast. Pawn takes pawn check, king h1. Hold on a sec. Oh. Not good time management, Soltico. I think the neighbors are banging on the wall or something. Must be constructing something. Alright. I just realized he has this stupid threat. So I have to be careful. Oh my God. Oh, it's made in one. Oh my God. All right, nice game. There's no defense here. I had to play rook a3. I didn't see that. Just queen d3. This doesn't work though. I didn't see rook a3. And since I didn't see rook a3, I freaked out. Because queen d3 is not clear. He has this. King F1, Rook H1 check, and I mated myself. I don't think I'm winning here. I got a little distracted with the weird noise here in the house, but I had to leave the... Yeah, that's pretty sick. I don't know, sorry guys. Alright, back to the tournament. So, there goes the chance for me to win the tournament. Yeah, it was pretty stupid. I thought I had like an extra move or something. I thought I was like making a useful move there. Wasn't good to leave the board in the middle of the game. Right before my last move, I got totally distracted and left the computer. There was a strange noise. Anyway, it gave me a good excuse. But not a good game. Totally unsound play by Soltigo. It was really bad. He's just 100% lost. I mean, he's doing everything wrong there. He's not using his time properly. Just playing crappy opening. I should prove him wrong, but instead he looks like he did something good. It's not setting a good example for you guys. Really unsound play by Soltigo. You should have lost 100 times out of 100 there, but all right. Here D6. We are playing a game I had in the Blitz game like a couple hours ago. Ironically. Now D3 isn't very common. Usually white like castles. Okay, here I guess I'll just revert to another system that I play. No, I mean I don't think the opening Soltigo, but it's more than just the opening. I mean, you played like you were getting checkmated like on move 10 or something. Ah, that's so bad. You can still play b6 and it wouldn't be that bad. But it's like your time management is really ridiculous. You need to take your time, you know, and I'm criticizing and then I'm like losing to you, you know. It makes me look bad. I look like an idiot, but I mean, you're just playing too fast for the time control. You had like 3 minutes there and you were just moving quick. You have time to think, you know. You should try to really make really good moves. I'm so angry with myself, just ridiculous. Now E3 from Orbitich. So he's done D3 and now E3. There's a strange noise that was distracting me last game too. Yeah, I hear it again. What the hell is it? Maybe it's something outside, like a fireworks or something? And it sounds like it's inside? Maybe that's the problem. I thought it was something inside. It's really like outside, like a thundering firework that I can't hear properly. Okay, so now E3. I mean, you can play badly in the opening, Soltigo, and still, you know, take your time and try to play good moves to get yourself out. But you were just like, man, you really played badly. I'm so embarrassed to lose that game. I don't mind losing to you, but not that game, not in that position. I mean, that's really embarrassing. And hold on a second, there is this noise. Yeah, there really must be like this weird fireworks sound outside or something, because it's not coming from next door. Okay, we're going to try to concentrate now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I think this move. It's been a while since I played this this variation. I just didn't see I was getting mated in one. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing. Almost everyone plays too fast, though. I think the point is to not get a bad position in the first place. This is kind of a system that I created on my own, or at least I honed it on my own. The Orbitich's move order is tricky and could easily like land him in a good position if I was to do something hasty. But I think that by playing it accurately the way that I did, black just totally equalizes. The downside here is that, well, I did allow considerable simplification, so the resulting position is 2 pieces off the board. You know, a good player here probably will have a hard time losing with the white pieces, but so our draw, the percentage of draws would probably be fairly high. In other words, it's hard to play for a win in a symmetrical English, though. I played rook e1, and it's really strange. I played rook f1, like self-mating myself. I thought I was making a useful move. That is so bizarre. All right. Queen d3 looks like a good move. He's staying on, defending these points, kind of increasing his control to center. Now eventually I have to make some kind of decision here. Knight f6 looks interesting. At this point, I think it's okay. Sometimes I do toy around with stuff like knight, you know, out to h6 and whatnot, but it's just equal. He could actually have taken with the queen there. But in this way, I can change the pawn structure now. It's possible that black is better after d5. Structurally, we fixed the pawn on d4, blocked his bishop in behind it, and created a target on c4. Not really sure where to set up my pieces best. You can't concentrate for long after 30-40 minutes. It's all downhill. Oh. Did I miss something? Oh, this is just good for me. But I can't, like, win any material. I'm just strategically better. Well, I think, you know, Nisab, it's a matter of practice as far as concentrating for long periods of time. If you take, you know, 4-hour exams every day for 2 months in a row, your concentration for long periods of time will be improved. You just need to do it, I think. If I played tournaments on a regular basis more often, Queen c6 here. Oh, his knight is protected. Huh. He has some strange tactical defenses because his rook is on e3. It's ridiculous. This has got to be good for me somehow. Check d5. Knight takes d5, pawn takes d5, queen takes c3. Unbelievable, I have nothing here. I mean, I'm better, but I'm not really better. By all rights, I would like win material, but he has these weird tactical tricks that save him in every variation. It's just unbelievable. I mean, Orbitich must be quite strong tactically. Maybe he just got lucky, I don't know. But he did have to see a lot of tricks, like putting the rook on e3. I didn't even understand what that move was about, actually. I mean, how many people would put their rook on e3 in this position? That's what saves him, like lateral defense of c3. That's crazy, like. Who even would have thought of that, you know? The rook on c3 saving him. e3. Every variation I looked at, I couldn't win material. It's unbelievable. Not having a good lucky day here. Yeah, I feel like Soltigo, you just wanted to sack the queen just like for the gallery. You're not trying to make best moves. That's a habit that some people have, you know, just trying to play fancy chess for the sake of playing fancy chess. I don't mean to tear into you, you know, but I wanna try to help you to play better. It depends on what you want out of chess, though. I mean, if you want to have better practical results, it's one thing. If you want to win spectacular games, sometimes that seems to be your motivation. So, who am I to criticize? This is ridiculous. I mean, damn, dude. Structurally, he's in bad shape, but I've got to be really careful. It's like aiming his pieces at me. Sort of setting up more tactics. Man, he's kind of migrating over to the king side. It almost seems like queen e2, rook e3. He's looking for this stuff. Man. Alright, let's try again. And he's faster than me. I'm not trying to repeat position. I mean, I feel like black is better here. His knight is bad. I have a better pawn structure. His king is more open than mine. And why am I having trouble getting an advantage? I mean, my king has more shelter, better pawn structure, and his knight is off sides. It seems like it should be significant, but I can't seem to do anything with it. Maybe h5, h4 is gonna... I mean, bishop h6 is asking for trouble. I didn't want to even go there. It's not an option. But we lost, we drew. How many games have I played? Just 2? Yet to win a game? You guys are pretty strong. Okay, now everybody's just trading queens, which I guess theoretically this should favor me. We have to calculate. Now the king position doesn't matter so much because the queens are off the board. So the fact that he has the less safe king, not as relevant anymore. But I think he just... I don't know. Let's see. I'm not sure that I have enough to win, but I feel like I'm still better. This b6 pawn, though, gives him potential pass pawn. Man, I have Soltigo spamming the chat. He's excited. Dude, that was so bad of me. Alright. Now, moderator is not allowed to spam the chat, Soltigo. It's not that he's spamming chat. He's the only one chatting. They're different, I know. It just looks like he's spamming the chat because no one else is chatting. Alright. Alright. We are up. And now it's just one pawn up in an endgame. I think he made a mouse slip, or Bidich mouse slipped. Rook b3. You have my mouse. It's not that easy after rook b2. But am I winning with knight c3 anyway? Maybe. I guess I'm probably winning. 2 pawns up. Was that the first game I won? Good God. And I did win against... No, I did win one game. Against knight moves. Okay. But that game, I'm not going to forget that game. Soltigo. I'm pissed about that. Go back to sleep now. Unicorns. What? Unicorns. Who did unicorns lose to? JWD. And he lost another game to Andrews Keen. A lot of new players here I'd never heard of. JWD from Greenland. Uh-oh. He's facing off with the other Unicorns Dispatcher. A 13 center pawn lost and biggest mistake, making a second queen. Uh-oh. Interesting. Let's see. Student world. Unicorns, what happened, man? Oh, Andrew's Keen. Uh-oh, it's a new account. Oh. Yeah, that could be something. I don't know, we'll keep an eye on him. Looks like a new player. Anything's possible. JWD play legit game. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that player if he continues to play 13 center moves. I still don't understand why people cheat in like casual games, but it happens here sometimes. I also don't know JWD. That's a new player. But the guy that Unicorns lost to, like, what was he, provisional? Yeah, it's like a brand new account. Well, we can't say we expect too much from the provisional accounts. 5 seconds a move, every move. Yeah, I know. I played them every day. It's a good thing you didn't lose any rating points. Alright guys, we've got another hour left. So there's still time for me and Unicorns to recover. Looks like JWD though is just basting everybody. Max 195. Where are you, Max? Max is relatively new account too. He's gonna forfeit against me. Alright. Free points. Not good, man. Is there a punishment for people? Do you get in trouble if you keep continuously like not playing moves and like forfeiting games, right? Alright. Well, I can't say anybody cheated against me. Soltigo was like 150 cent pawn loss, and I got mated. It's on me, man. I'm gonna stop making fun of you now. Unicorns is berserking every game. Normally not, is he? Maybe now he's on tilt though. Possible he's on tilt. I'm playing Civil Engineer. Mostly bullet. I've got a headache again. Getting a lot of those lately. I think I have eye strain. I mention this every stream. I need to get glasses. But I've been fighting it and in denial of going to the eye doctor to get glasses. I can see, but I think I'm straining the eyes there too much up close. Computer. So it looks like JWD Civil Engineer is also. Are you on a perfect score here, buddy? Can I see Civil Engineer? Why can I click on Civil Engineer? It's just result in the tournament. Why can't I see that? I just like to be able to click and like hypertext or whatever, you know, hyperlink his actual like result. But I guess I have to go back to the other screen to do that. I'd like to know if he like won all of his games or not. I guess we'll just play solidly here. He's playing quietly, kind of classical. I want to say classical reti. What did Trompowski do? He stopped playing? He drew me in the first round and then stopped playing. It's like it looks like Unicorns' guy is not paired this round too. Juicebox Wizard, thanks for subscribing, and all you guys to subscribe. So Civil Engineer drew one game. This is an opening that I used to play like 30 years ago. I started playing this when I was a teenager with white. I love this system. I have my own kind of ideas here, but it's long ago when I was really playing this a lot with white. So I think this is an unusual decision to take away from the center by Civil Engineer. I'm not sure what he's doing, giving up his strong point on d5. Definitely not a standard reaction. When I see that kind of move and I see his rating, I say to myself, okay, we're probably looking at a kind of guy who likes tactics. But then again, why would a tactical player play the setup he's playing? You know what I mean? Why would a tactical player play like a quiet Catalan with black? But then again, maybe I'm just analyzing my opponents like everyone's professional or something. Some people just play stuff and they don't think about it too much. But 2195 is strong. Yeah, Juicebox Wizard, other than humiliating myself with, you know, dropping maiden ones, my main goal is to like allow people to learn the game and spread my philosophy of chess, which, you know, basically, you know, try to play the best moves and try to take our time and play quality chess. Aldisto is, as usual, doing well. Nice Sab hanging on in third place. Civil Engineer JWD, who I've never played before, in first. Monkey's hanging out with us, and Soltigo. I don't know if anyone's going to be as forgiving with you, Soltigo, as I was. The other players are not going to be as generous. Don't play b6 in the Dutch. You're very, very fortunate that you lived to tell the tale of that man. Okay, now he's gone back to c7, so I don't know what he was doing, but black has wasted some time here, and he's also given up his strong point on d5. What's my plan, though? You know, if I play d4, he can play this wedge. Wedging this pawn down here can be useful in many different instances. Also, just gaining space in general is good. Even just trading that pawn off would leave me with a minority attack on the queen side. Bishop b4 is kind of an interesting approach. As if he wants to play a5, I would say. All right. Well, unfortunately, it feels like I have all the time in the world, but we don't. All right, now. Yeah, it seems like that was his goal. If I play a5 myself now, it's not letting him have too much space. Abstract sort of opening here. Fixing my pawn. I mean, I would anticipate he could try like knight b8, knight c6, creating more pressure. I was actually considering moving my knight, my bishop again, my other knight. This is sort of sad to trade my mighty bishop off. But we're going to have to do a lot of maneuvering, I think. But this guy seems hard to really pin down stylistically. Really hard to pin down. I'm totally okay with it if you want to play that. I mean, structurally I'm better, for whatever it's worth. I'm not sure I'm glad I moved my knight off b3 anymore. Though it's kind of hard to do anything around here. Let's fight for the B file. I don't know. Got to fight for everything we can get against this guy. Bad structure, but he's got play of some kind. Wow. There comes the passed pawn. Funny, he hasn't made any effort to play e5. Seven plus 2. He's 1700 bullet. Well, that I don't judge anybody by their bullet rating. I don't know what my bullet rating would be. I'm not going to judge anyone else. This is getting pretty weird, honestly. I don't even know if I'm better. He seems to be getting faster. 1950 in Blitz. There's a big difference, but his rapid rating is just based on 29 games. Rapid ratings are new. Man, he's defending like really tough. A4. Another good move. No idea what to do now. Okay, this is super tricky. I'm going to try to blockade. It also protects my b5 pawn. And then we can put some pressure on the c pawn. It seems like a plan. I don't know how to make progress here. Honestly. I have to use every trick in the book. Maybe if we can get him really low on time, he'll make a mistake. No, I don't want to draw. I don't see that I'm under in any danger here. This player, pretty new. But he's played a lot of bullet games. Then you could play that in a short amount of time. How long would it take to play like 1700 bullet games? A couple days for a hardcore player? Let's try a new plan. He's maneuvering. Looks like now I have to be careful. But I think we're making progress. Got every kind of trick. Very strong past b pawn though. He resigned. All right, we've got to make an effort to win this tournament. We're in 4th place, no draws. All right, the video choppy for others. You just joined the stream. I haven't heard any problem. My video is not, you know, the highest quality. I mean, it's not like I've got the fastest video here. Soltigo again. All right, now I'm angry. Now I get revenge against our moderator. I was taking it easy on you the first game, but this time now I'm angry. So it looks like Andrew's Keen just logged in to punish unicorns, and now he's not playing anymore. JWD out in first. I didn't slow down Civil Engineer too much. I just started a streak starter. We've only got 45 minutes left. Okay, Soltigo. I actually played this for black. Yeah, Subtle Tigo with the mate. He likes to sack his queen. I knew about that. I mean, I knew he was going to do the queen sack. You actually know this variation? Wow. Where did you pick this up, Soltigo? Whoa, H6. I guess that's just a gimme. Should I take on F7 or should I take on F5? I mean, it looks really good for me. But then again, I thought last game was really good for me too. I think he's just being nice to me, like giving me this one because he knows I was pissed about the last game. Systematically, it doesn't matter how lost his position is, he'll still find some kind of trick to sack his queen and create some kind of weird complication. All the world around you is just a creation of your own. Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, chess is oftentimes perception, like everything else. You know, we perceive the way people view us. You know, there's so many ways. I think I got to take this, and then he's gonna get his weird unclearness in. D5. No. Soltigo has a very strange, speaking of perception, he has a very unusual perception of the game. But I'm not one to diss creativity. I just think he's a little bit beyond the bounds of normal creative limitations. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't feel like I should trade his knight on F6. If I trade his knight on F6, this bishop becomes a good piece and his queen becomes a good piece. If I don't trade it, he just remains like restricted. HTFPC, that's where like we were looking at the position in totally different ways. The B7 pawn looks tasty. Yeah, it does look tasty. All right. It wasn't my first priority, but I don't mind picking it up. Yeah, I mean, Soltigo. I jokingly called him Subtle Tigo. He definitely doesn't try to like telegraph what he's doing very much, but his play is super fast. He's 530 now, Soltiga, are you playing a lot of bullet? Surprisingly, you know, that's the thing, he doesn't have that many bullet games. I didn't know you were like a bullet player. He doesn't care if he's like down 100 pawns, as long as there's still some practical chance he could win. So +2 isn't enough. Well, you don't focus on endgame technique too much in your games. It's usually a total chaos in the middle game. Not my style. Although sometimes I let the position decide. I have many chaotic games, but it's usually like I'm not intentionally trying to create chaos. It just happens sometimes. It seems like in your games and a few of the other people on the stream, it's almost like there's this intentional effort to create maximum complication. I was thinking about that strategy, you know, sometimes makes sense when you're playing, I think, well, I don't know about maximum complication, but some complication is good. Say when you're like trying to beat somebody who's weaker than you, who's not that much weaker than you, but somewhat weaker than you, where playing like a straightforward type of position isn't going to be easy to beat them. If you know, in those kind of situations, against a weaker opponent, you might want to create more complication, because the opponent is weaker than you tactically. They can't solve the problems you're creating for them as easily as you. This is a useful move anyway. H4. So he wants to maybe activate his bishop, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. Now you've got a knight on H7. So, which is worse? I gotta watch my H4 pawn. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to defend both the H4 pawn and the D4 pawn. Queen E4 maybe. That just walks right into Rook E8. Guess it's not that bad. I'm only down 2 pawns. I'm only up 2 pawns here. All right, now what? Bishop H5, Queen takes H5. Isn't that just wonderful? I'm threatening bishop takes H6, Soltiga. How do you feel about that? You better take time to move your king. He's making life always difficult for me. I guess if C5, E3, or we can do, I guess I could play bishop B2. I don't really like it. If only my rook was not on on b1. We'd be completely out of the woods here without any kind of issues. How did I play? Can you assess my game? Civil engineer, you played pretty well, I thought, but I didn't like the exchange of your central pawn on d5 on c4. I didn't understand why you did that. I mean, it seems like you're giving up your strong point. That was the only thing that I noticed that wasn't really kosher with your play. Other than that, it seemed like a really good game. I mean, obviously at the end, anything could happen. Soltigo attempting to create his usual chaos. But if you want to think about the position in terms of like controlling the center, I think that white, just owns here. Here we go again. An effort to create utter chaos. I mean, my king is still safe. And I have good control of the center. I don't care how many pawns you get. We've got an extra piece. For those of you who aren't watching earlier, I tragically got mated in 1 by Soltigo. Mated in 2, really unpreventable mated in 2, because I'm an idiot. I developed a lot of excuses for it, though. All right. You're out of tricks now, my friend. You are out of tricks. There's not going to be any more fun. No more fun in this stream for a moderator. You're irritated to see pawns in front of each other and not capture. Keeping the tension in the position is very important. Civil engineer is in 2nd place. Unicorns in 30s coming back. I'm not in the contention here. Not in the contention. Good grammar. I'm not in the contention. I also don't teach English like Nisab. Nisab. He is from Hungary. We should pronounce it correctly. Sab, as in Sabo or Szabolcs. Very typical Hungarian syllable. You're running out of tricks, my friend. Breaking down the barriers. Oh no. I'm gonna find a way to mess this up. Unbelievably. But wait. Let's take Let's trade queens now. How do you feel about trading queens? No, let's not trade queens. Oh man, alright. That felt good, to get revenge. Nothing like revenge. I'm still clinging to 3rd place. We've got half an hour left. 54 players. I said we might get 50 players. I still in Hungary live. I have a tournament coming up next week. Alright, we got our streak starter started. So we're starting to pick up 4 points per game, which is really key. We can gain some on the leaders, but it looks like Unicorns is coming up. So Aldisto couldn't quite get it started. He started well and then lost a game to JWD. JWD lost a game to Unicorn, so there's been some trading back and forth. I haven't played too many of the leaders here. Well, actually I did. I played Civil Engineer. Haven't played Aldisto, Unicorns, or JWD. Probably I will. It's not going to get that much easier, but we hiccuped. But at least we were consistent in our hiccups. We started badly. Draw, win, loss, and now we're on a roll. I don't feel like my games were really convincing, though. The game against Orbitich was not that convincing. The game against Civil Engineer was not that convincing. I started with a draw against Trompowski. Whoops. Damn it. I didn't mean to click on that. I don't think Trompowski stayed in the tournament. I think he just played one game with me and left. Oh no, he's still here. Okay. No, that's the game. Never mind. I think they should tweak how these cross tables work. I mean, I love lichess, and there's a million ways they can make it better. They're doing a good job. Am I still in the tournament? Looks like Andrews lost to JWD Unicorns. What did he do? Forfeit? Alright, that would be nice, right? Aldisto, tough player. One of our subscribers here on the stream. What's up? Let's go. E4. He likes to play closed Sicilians with white. Sometimes the English, sometimes Botvinnik type of stuff. You know, he could very well play like C4 here. I think he might have played a chameleon type of thing with knight to C3. Actually, the chameleon is knight E2. I don't know what I'm talking about. Knight C3 and knight E2. But whatever you call it, when they don't play D4, they just try to move order you. I don't remember what our latest games were. Aldisto beat me the last 2 times. Oh, the last viewer tournament last week, he hosed me. Oh, I killed myself. This was a very dumb loss. I didn't see he was attacking my pawn on E4. Look at that position, guys. There's a rook there on E4 and a queen on B7. Like, my last move was king G2 walking into like rook takes E4. That was like almost as bad as today's mate against Soltigo. Aldisto, where are you? Alright guys, tomorrow morning is Blitz and Classical Chess, 10 a.m. here on lichess. I do like a stream where I try to play unusual openings to make it kind of fun. This is not really typical for Aldisto to leave like, you know, a minute for a move, so I'm thinking he's got some issue. Maybe he had the land shark at the door or something. My excuse against Soltigo was that I heard this loud noise outside and I left the board right before I blundered the mate in 2. Came back, lost my concentration. It sounds good on paper anyway. Still no excuse. Alright, I think Aldisto is, he's basically had to go to the bathroom or something. I mean, he's not thinking for 2 moves here. 2 minutes. Thanks Mubat and Soltigo for help, man. As much as I'm angry at you for mating me, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna claim victory. I guess, to be fair, I ought to just like let the time run out. Give him a chance. What do you guys think? I mean, I think I should just give him a chance. Maybe he got disconnected. You should give him a chance, but I can't give him his time back, you know. If this was like a regular stream, I would... If he gets down to like 1 minute, maybe I'll just claim victory, because he probably wouldn't be able to save it anyway. But we'll give him down to like 1 minute. So, JWD's in first, Civil Engineer second place. I'm in third. Unicorns is battling with me for third place. Nisab's been hanging on. Aldisto's got connection problem. Monkey pushing wood. Got some new players there. Hamed, Ahmad, Orbitich. He's very talented, but he's inconsistent. Soltigo with the cheap mate. Mohammed, new players I don't, remember seeing before. Again, Trompowski just played the one game against me. Night Moose, just the one game against me. They just come to play me and then they leave. Typical. So I'm going to wait for the 1 minute claim. Is my stream okay? He'll probably show up with 1 minute left and beat me. There was this funny situation where I was playing in a rapid tournament. Rapid tournament with like 15 minutes. No, it was 25 minutes each side. And Grandmaster Sebe Attila, a friend of mine, although we didn't know each other that well years ago, it's like 10 years ago. It was like round 6 or 5 out of a 7-round tournament, and basically he left the playing hall to go outside to the store or to talk to someone, and went down on the street and I don't know, got distracted and lost track of time. So he basically forgot, the round was starting exactly when, and he came to the board like 23 minutes late, so he had 2 minutes left. And he had 2 minutes left. 1 minute passed away. I was going to wait till he's down to 1 minute. Then it's really, really destructive. Just to be fair, I don't want to win the tournament on a forfeit. I'll penalize myself by waiting 50 more seconds. Anyway, it would have taken me that long even if I did beat him. It's just not fair that I get to win a free game and then I get to play another game really quickly. So Sebekam, 25-minute game with 2 minutes left, and I was white, and he's like 175 points higher than me, but it was so much pressure. You see Audistos here. There was so much pressure on me in this sort of situation, but much more exaggerated, he had 2 minutes against 25 with no increment, and the pressure on the side with more time, it's amazing. I was just so stressed that I had to do something, the pressure was on me to win, and I lost. He's a really good blitz player, but still, that was just weird. So anyways, he's kind of short of time here. Now F4, huh? I wonder if he did this on purpose. Induce me to make a mistake or to win. An embarrassing time-related victory. Okay, this is complicated. What am I doing with knight c4 though? I have no threats. E5. You played that move instantaneously, knight a4. It's a good thing I found queen a6 because I almost panicked there. Kind of a weird position. It's 2-second increments, so I can't go totally berserk. But there's also a school of thought that would say that Aldisto should just resign and play the next game. I think the King Crusher school would say it's a bad practical decision to play this out. Probably you should bag it in an arena tournament. Just accept a loss and play the next game, you know, rather than waste your time. I don't know, you know, what the better approach is. He certainly has a lot of threats all the time. He's threatening rook d1. Why didn't I play d5 there? I don't know. It would have been a good move. It's a little strange the way I played this. I'm up 2 pawns with a better structure, but I have no development. Rook takes. With no time at all, he finds that. Wow. I mean, I thought that knight takes was fine, actually. Alright, well, it was not really a fair game. Okay, back to tournament. I'm in second place with the streak starter going. Sorry, Aldisto. I tried to, you know, not take the forfeit to give you a chance to come back, but maybe it would have been better just to win by forfeit and give you more time to play another game. 17:30 is left. I think the way I played that opening was a little bit dubious, a little risky. Unicorns, what's going on? Unicorns had a bad start, but he's coming back into form here. We only have 17 minutes left, which means like 1 or 2 games. Lost to lag. Monkey pushing wood. Alright. Here we go, the Sicilian again. Let's see if I can redeem myself for my bad start by playing some better chess. The accelerated Kopek. Interesting stuff. Now it's just a transposition to a normal Kopek. I think that I actually had a game with Danny in this exact line. I don't remember. It was a rapid game or something. I don't even understand where the heck I played him in that. I never played Kopek in an actual OTB game, OTB, off-track betting. OTB game, I played him in some rapid games. I think that G6 though, I don't know if I like G6 that much. Don't really like the g6 setup. h3 is annoying. So maybe I play d5 here, huh? d6 and d5 makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Whatever. After e5, knight d7. Can I play like e5, c4? Is that even a good move? e5, knight g8. It's just totally random. I don't think that d5 makes a lot of sense. I mean, I could have played it right away. I've induced him to weaken his king side. If it ends up being like e5, e6, h3 is probably a bad move for white. It just like takes away rook lifts and stuff like that. I mean, if it becomes a French defense, h3 becomes a wasted move. But I don't know. I could have played d5 straight away. That's what I played against Kopech in said game. I think I played d5. I don't remember what happened. I think it was a draw. It's okay, Aldisto. I may berserk. You've been waiting for an opponent for 10 minutes. Are you sure you're in the tournament? Sometimes I forget to click the join button. And I'm like, oh, duh. I forgot to click join. Now it's like a weird c3 Sicilian. I would think that e5 would be best, though, for him there. In this position, it seems like black is just at least equal. It looks like he's thinking about doing something funky. He did. He played bishop e5. Wow, I mean, I pretty much just assume like they're gonna play the normal move there, but he didn't. Very well. It looks like a really good bishop f5 c3 Sicilian, a line that I contributed to making popular, though I don't even know much about it. Alright, anyways, time to develop our pieces. Just castles, bishop e7, I guess. Castles, bishop e7, d4, castles. It looks like approximately equal. I don't know if I had something better. We've only got 12 minutes left in the tournament. Just bad luck, 10 minutes without a pairing. Well, I mean, wow, what a weird move. He played queen e5, threatening queen c7. Queen e4 check. If you really want to be weird. I don't think that queen e5 is a great move. But it may not be that bad. I mean, it's like hope chess, you know, if I... I mean, I guess the simple solution is to play like, what, rook c8? Bishop e4. What is going on here? Super complicated. Super califragilistic. I mean, okay, if he does like queen c7, I guess I play like queen d7 or something. We played it pretty safe. We played the situation safely. Knight e5, bishop takes g2, rook g1. Might even have a6 there. No, this way, okay. I mean, it's like itty bitty bit better for black, better. I played a little bit passively. But he managed to create a lot of exchanges. Like, I hope my bishop doesn't get trapped. Do you ever have that spine-tingling fear that you just hung a piece, you know, and this feeling of the electric needles go through your body, you're like, oh, and you jump. Low risk situation here for both sides. I think that black is still a little bit better though because of the backward file. You played for draw. Why do you play for draw? This is what Romanov said to me. Now he's playing in the Russian Super Final. I hope someone says that to him. I hope that Daniel Dubov smacked him in a 3-against-2, 4-against-3 rook ending today. Rook on f to d8. We've got pressure on the backward file. White played too conservatively, I think. Trading queens was kind of a concession. Yeah, I have funny stories about people trying to take moves back. One of my friends had that happen. He was going to the bathroom, and just before he was leaving the room, he checked back and saw the guy was like making this move that was clear. Very clear what the move was. And basically then he went to the bathroom. Then he came back, 5 minutes later, and the move was unmade and the clock was unpressed. And it's like, well, okay, this could happen, but the question is, like, how do you handle the situation? Do you make like a huge scandal? My friend was very cool about it, though. He decided to just like confront the guy directly, but in a kind of polite way. He was like, you played bishop d3, didn't you? And the guy was just totally stunned, like he didn't even imagine it could be possible that he knew. And so when you surprise someone like that, they just, like, I guess, quickly react. And he was like, yeah. And so my friend said, would you like to resign, or would you like me to get the tournament director? And the guy just like resigned. So, but the bad part about it was if he got the tournament director, I don't know what would have happened. They would have probably had an argument about it, my word against yours. But so the guy resigns, and what ended up happening was he ended up tying for first in the tournament with my friend. He won like every other game and still tied for first in the tournament. This guy who's like a cheater. And you know that he cheated. Alright, Monkey Pushing Wood, you're really hanging on, man. Too long here. We've only got 6 minutes left. This is the last game. Wow. Only 6 minutes. And I need to win this game to tie for third. If I have a streak starter, I guess I can take unicorns. But he's playing, he just started a game against Civil Engineer. This picking up the wrong piece thing happens sometimes too. So I don't know if he did the right thing in the end. The guy ended up being allowed to stay in the tournament, and who knows, maybe he would have gotten kicked out or something. Probably not. Rook takes, check, rook takes, bishop takes. That looks interesting, but anyways, should be good enough to win. That is check. Check is good. Wow, we have mating threats. Mating threats are good. I was concerned about my own back rank, which is a healthy concern. Alright, back to tournament. Man, GWD is going to win the tournament. He's not even playing. Damn, he just sat out. He just sat out and he's going to win the tournament. I got another game. Alright, well, if you're going to berserk, I'm going to berserk. Nice sab, but I don't think, you know, if we play a quality game, I don't think we're going to finish in time. It's basically a Benoni, a good Benoni for me. Now we have a pretty sizable advantage. The real battle here is, I guess, with the clock, not the opponent. Man, c6 is a good move. I thought Nysop should have exchanged there. Did we play already in this tournament? Man, I kind of like Nysop's position now. Not that simple though. Because if he plays d5, I play f4. Complicated though. Got bishop d3 sometimes. Wow. This is really complicated. I have this move. Whoa. I feel like I made the wrong move there. "51 seconds left. I have to be really careful. Wow. He's totally outplaying me. He's blitz. He's 1500. Wow. It's damn good for 1500, man, in blitz. This game just isn't going to count anyway. So we're only playing for glory, I guess, here. The nice sub actually scaring the hell out of me. Whoa. How is he so fast? What was that, man? You're 1500 in blitz and 1600 in bullet. What are you talking about, dude? I don't think so. That's weird. Yeah, right, dude. Nice. You played a master game there. This was a bad opening, but an excellent play after this point onward. Like, from this point, he played brilliantly. And the speed at which he played is amazing. I mean, you were berserking against a player 500 points higher. That was like fighting barely to hang on. Oh, man. But how are you so fast there? Damn, dude. Alright. Well, it's a good thing that didn't count. Anyway, like, back to the tournament. I don't like the 2-second increment. And he played with 2 minutes. Did you actually use any time there? You started with, like, you still had 2 minutes at the end. He used so little time. Check this out. Check out the time. Move times. Dude, look at how flat this is. Nysab played the whole game without ever taking longer than 7.5 seconds on one move. I mean, that's insane, dude. In a 7+2, you never ever, look how flat your time is. You never took more than 7 seconds on a single move. Yeah, between 1500 and 1700, dude, you'd be like 2000, man. That's crazy. You'd have to be at least 2000 to play that, like, that kind of game. That's awesome. Anyway, back to the tournament standings. So JWD, who I didn't get to play, and I never have, wins the tournament with 24. I'm a 23, Civil Engineer with 23, and Unicorns. In 4th place, rounding out the top 10, Aldisto, Orbidic, Nysab, who the game didn't count again. Monkey Pushing Wood, Hamed, and Ahmad, rounding out the top 10. His Centipon loss wasn't perfect, you know. I mean, Nysab wasn't using a computer or something, but I mean, the point is, like, I don't think that you could be like 1500 and be able to play a berserking game against me and play that well, you know. He played like a master, man. I mean, for the time control and the move that he spent on the moves, I mean, the time that he spent on the moves, it's like, you know, I mean, I'm not making any accusation, but he's better than 1500. I mean, you'd have to be at least 2000 to play a game like that without spending more than 7 seconds on a single move. That's really impressive. But anyway, like, as far as the tournament goes, it looks like JWD was struggling at the end, but he managed to hang on. I'm in 2nd, Civil Engineer 3rd. So, dude, what does that mean, Bigfoot? Nobody's talking about cheating, but I'm glad you came. Anyway, that's the end of the stream, guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for trolling Bigfoot. We'll see you guys later, and tomorrow is Wednesday. It's Weird Wednesday, so unusual openings. I'll be playing like different stuff outside the normal opening repertoire. We will we will be playing like Blitz and Classical, anything between 5+2 and 5+3 and 7+3, because I don't flag in 7+3. So 7+2, 5+2, I like to lose on time. Like you just saw, I'm good with that, with the 2-second increment. I don't like to like pre-move and stuff, so anyway, it was fun. JWD wins the tournament. I'm in second, Civil Engineer third. Thanks for playing Unicorns. Thanks you guys who are subscribers. I'll be back tomorrow morning. It was fun. See you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.